What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode of the 1 Second of Strength podcast. I hope you're doing well. It's the new year. We're a couple of weeks in the new year. Typically, January goes like really slow and everyone's like, it's day 147 of January. This year, January is going really fast for me, which is good, which is scary. Anyway, I am down recording this podcast. I've got my dog Putter here as always, and we're going to dive in today. Something that's been on my mind a lot recently as I think about teenagers, as I think about you, is cheap dopamine, right? And dopamine is this reward chemical. Like, it feels good. The challenge is that if we're not really, really careful, dopamine has the power to rewire who you are. Fundamentally, your identity, and so we need to be really careful. And this is like, if you are a teenager, if you are not, and I think that you'll resonate with this. Like, if you have a phone, you're going to resonate with this because you're going to understand. And the problem with dopamine is this. Dopamine is actually not a problem. I take it back. Dopamine is not a problem at all. Unlearned dopamine is. If we are letting the easy way be the dopamine reward for us, then we are training ourselves to seek the simple path to feel good. And so what happens in your brain is dopamine is a chemical that releases. It is the reward drug. It's going to reward you for positivity, doing good things, checking off boxes, like all of that is good. That's why in your phone world, right? Like, they talk a lot about dopamine. They talk a lot about how bad it is, and that what happens is that when you go to social media, the algorithm and the people who have created these apps have done it in a way that is going to trigger the release of dopamine into your brain. And when it does that, you go, oh man, that felt good. I need to do more of that so I can get more reward because I want to continue to feel good. Humans always want to feel good. That's what we want to do, right? Like, I've never met anybody who's like, teenager, adult, anybody who's like, I just don't want to feel good. Like, everyone wants to feel good. Everyone wants to feel happy. And so, but what happens is this: as you pursue things that matter to you in this life, your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, like, as you pursue what matters most, and everybody's got them, right? And it doesn't matter if you have like big dreams and like you're going to solve world hunger, or it doesn't matter if it's like, no, my big dream is I want to get a promotion next year, or my big dream is I want to see my kids succeed, whatever it is, right? But when we go down this path of dreaming and dreaming big, which is so important, right? And honestly, the difference between where you're at now and your dreams is just belief. It's just understanding and a couple of habits and a couple of shifts. But we get into the middle of this crossroads of like, here I am and here's where I want to go. And it gets hard. And your brain interprets that as danger, stress, anxiety, difficulty, challenging. And so we're like, okay, like, I don't know how to do this. And like, and I'm in a world right now where I am creating my own path. I quit my job a year and a half ago. I started doing speaking full time, podcasting, like all of these things, which I don't make any money from podcasting, by the way. I just do it because I want to add value to your life. But I started doing this because I felt this dream, this calling, this need to help teenagers, to help their parents, to help you. And it's hard. And there's days where I'm going, I don't know how to move forward, and it scares me and I get stressed and I feel this anxiety. But wherever you're at, whatever you're trying to do, when you feel that stress, there's going to be a call in the back of your mind that goes, you should retreat back to comfort. You got to get back to safety. And right now, because it doesn't feel good to feel stressed and feel that anxiety. And you're like, no, we need to feel good. Remember, we need some of that dopamine. And so you take the simplest path possible to relief and dopamine, to feeling better. And we pick up our phone and we start scrolling. We look for instant rewards. But what happens when we do that is that we are rewiring our brain, and we're saying, hey, actually, the reward isn't chasing your dreams and going after your goals. The reward is on your phone. The reward is simpler than that. The reward is not doing that. The reward is in retreating. And when we're doing that, we are fundamentally rewiring our brain and becoming someone we do not want to become, right? Because it's the opposite of our goals, the opposite of our dreams. So what has to happen is that we need to shift. We need to make a mental shift right now, today, and I want you to commit to this. In fact, I want you to pause this, go to your notes, or send yourself a text message if you're listening on your phone, or write it down. And I just want you to say, I love doing hard things. Write that down. I love doing hard things, because here's what happens. I'm not asking you to go all the way to bright. I'm not asking you to go from A to Z and like chase your dreams all in one day. But I am asking you to, in the moment of struggle, when you are sitting there going, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know how hard, like I'd rather go get some cheap dopamine. I want you to just make one choice, that just this one time, you're going to choose the hard thing. Just this one time, you're going to choose to do it. And then I want you to mentally reward yourself for saying, I did it. Maybe you need to set a timer and go, okay, for the next 15 minutes, no phones. I am going to push and make progress on this goal, this dream, my path, my vision. I'm going to do that. And at the end of the 15 minutes, I want you to recognize and feel the good positive energy and dopamine that you just put into your brain. And now I want you to make a shift and an association. I want you to equate I can do hard things, or I did a hard thing, with that positive reward. And when you do that, you start to literally, neurologically rewire, create a new pathway in your brain that hard things equals happiness and reward. That right there is a fundamental shift in your life that will change your life for the better forever. And it just starts by just this one time choosing to do the hard and rewarding yourself for doing that hard. You know, a lot of us have spent our whole life running away. You might have spent your entire life running away from difficult challenges, difficult conversations, difficult things, because it's uncomfortable, because it's difficult, because you don't know, what's going to happen after you do it. You might be afraid of success. You might have spent your entire life being somebody like that. But you've got an entire life left to live, and you get to choose who you want to be. You get to decide right now. Choose to do the hard thing. Choose to not run away from the stress, the anxiety, the fear. Choose to not run towards your comfort zone. Instead, choose to create a new comfort zone in difficult things. Choose to expand your comfort zone into being somebody and embracing a new identity of somebody who does difficult things, even in difficult situations, even if you don't know if it's going to benefit you in the long run. But when you do that hard thing, try it once, try it today, and you make that shift, you are equating difficult with reward, challenges with reward, and you are benefiting yourself for it. Fitness is always the easiest example of this. Like, you might have spent a lifetime eating too much, not eating the right way, not exercising, not becoming, and you may be unhappy. Making a choice today to get up and go to the gym, buy that gym membership, put on your workout shoes, go into an uncomfortable place where you may not know the moves or the exercises or the workouts and everyone else does, and you feel like an imposter, you feel like you're not good enough, and maybe you don't belong. Like, it is hard to do that. It's hard to stay the same though too, right? It's hard not to make that shift. But no matter what happened in your past, it doesn't have to be what happens in your future. No matter what happened before, your past does not define you, but it does have the power to refine you. Your past doesn't have to become who you are in the future. You get to decide who you are in the future, but it requires you to make a choice and a decision today that things are going to change, that you're not going to run away from the difficult things, the hard things, because life is hard. And it feels good to scroll your phone. It feels good to do the easy thing. It feels good to get that cheap reward of dopamine. But what feels better is progress. What feels better is growth. What feels better is reaching your dreams and reaching your goals and changing your identity into a person who does the hard thing, who climbs the mountain, who pushes beyond what you thought you could possibly do. There really is no limit to your potential. There isn't, except the limit that you put on it, except choosing not to do the difficult thing, except choosing not to push forward, except choosing not to run forward instead of it's choosing not to run forward. Instead, you run backwards. But it's all your choice, right? And so, I don't honestly. This episode went sideways. This was not what this is kind of what I wanted to talk about. Not exactly what I wanted to talk about, but I hope it helps you. You know, the reality is it takes 1 second of strength to choose to move forward instead of backwards. It takes 1 second of strength to keep cheap dopamine out of your hand, out of your pocket, out of your mind, and instead choose the dopamine that is going to reward you. It takes 1 second of strength to take one step forward. It takes 1 second of strength to say, not right now, and get rid of your phone, put it away. And what happens is that doing the hard thing will change your life for the better forever. But doing the easy thing will keep you the same. And that is not the goal. Being the same is not who you want to be. Who you were yesterday is not who you want to be in the future. And I know that because you're listening to this podcast, right? You're listening to this podcast because you're someone who values growth. You're somebody who values personal development. You're somebody who's pushing towards a dream, pushing towards a goal, looking for solutions, looking for motivation, looking for answers. And the answer is you. The answer is you. You have to decide that you are worth it. I already know you are. And I hope you know you are too. So I hope this helps you today. Share this with one other person. If you haven't left a rating, a 5-star rating for the show, please go do that. We got a rating just the other day. I always appreciate it. And I'm just grateful to you, grateful for you being here. Share this with your teenagers. If you're a teenager listening to this, I'm so grateful you're here. Hopefully I've been to your school or I get to come to your school soon. And I'll leave you the same way I always leave you. Go find your 1 second of strength and be happy.